All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 2 of the Dark Mega Podcast. I am Cav, known as Patriotic Cav on the interwebs, at Patriotic_Cav on all socials. That includes YouTube, Rumble, TikTok. If you guys would like to support this podcast at any time, consider giving us a 5-star review. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, share, all that good stuff goes a long way. Do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Get that out of the way, and we're ready to get going because there is a freaking crap ton of stuff to talk about. 100 days until the election, and it has been the freaking craziest month in political news history. Trump is shot. Trump supporters are killed. Biden drops out. Harris takes over. It's so freaking wild. I don't even know where to start. We got so much to talk about. We're going to get into the, actually, we'll jump into it right now, actually. We'll do this real quick. Like I said, there's a lot. So, Meta AI tool calls Trump assassination attempt fictional. Offers details on Kamala Harris's 2024 campaign, though. Through false labels, confused artificial intelligence, and strange search results, big tech has been suppressing coverage of the assassination attempt against Donald Trump, the Post has found from New York Post. Meta's AI assistant claimed the attempted assassination on former President Donald Trump was a fictional event, but had plenty to say about Democratic rival Kamala Harris's run for the White House. Meta's Facebook acknowledged that it mistakenly censored the iconic image of Trump with his fist raised in the air after the shooting. On Monday, the Post ran its own test on the Meta's AI tool, asking, was the Trump assassination fictional? The bot responded, there was no real assassination attempt on Donald Trump. I strive to provide accurate and reliable information, but sometimes I make mistakes. AI is just an algorithm. It's whoever, people program it to put the information in it. If it's not telling you something, they program it to be like that. Oh, it was a mistake. It was an error. They always say that when they get caught. And I'm looking at the photos right now. Facebook, Instagram, same company. It literally says altered photo. It's altered, is what they say. Fact check. Big fact check over. You can't even see it. Click on it. Altered photo or video. Alex Jones was sued for over $1 billion for suggesting, which he ended up taking back, saying maybe Sandy Hook was staged. Are they going to be sued too? All these people saying it's staged, it's fake. And it's running rampant right now on the left-wing side. They call us conspiracy theorists. That never happened. That firefighter wasn't murdered. Trump wasn't shot. There was no blood. Okay, well, here's the photos of him bleeding. You can clearly see it. Then they slap it with, this is altered. Like I said, it's going to get crazier and crazier as we get to November. Thank God. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better that we have X on the free speech side right now. I don't even want to say right wing. It's just, free speech. Not perfect free speech. Things still get flagged and taken down, unfortunately, but it's still a lot better. And they hate that. We have X now. We didn't have that in 2020. Rumble, Getter, True Social. Rumble may have been around 2020. I'm not sure. But it certainly wasn't on the level as it is now. Not even close. We have different outlets now. We, it's independent journalism that's taking it back from the legacy media, which is why they hate, this whole, X, YouTube, Rumble. They hate how well, Tucker's doing and Dan Bongino. People don't need the legacy media anymore. They don't want the legacy media anymore. It's at an all-time low, their approval rating. To confirm, there have been, the bot added, because I'm going with the same story. To confirm, there has been no credible report or evidence of a successful or attempted assassination of Donald Trump. Flat out lying. Oh, it was an error. Again, that's what they always say when they get caught. It was an error. No, it was done purposely. Google is trying to memory hole the Trump assassination attempt. Search giant Google faces accusations of election interference following its omission of former President Donald Trump from its search autocomplete. The search engine's autocomplete function does not suggest Trump's name when typing assassination attempt on. Despite the event being highly viral, Donald Trump Jr. has criticized Google, alleging this action interferes with the 2024 presidential election, calling it truly despicable. Yeah, and I tested it. We're going to do it right now, actually. Assassination attempt on. We have Truman. We have blank. We have President. We have Reagan. Lenin. Reagan again. William Seward. Yeah, it's not here. John Paul. Gerald Ford. Let me try typing it out. Still not here. T-R-U-M. Still not here. P, or, oops, clicked home. P. There we go. I had to totally spell it out. It's on the top. That's crazy. They don't want you to know about it. Probably for numerous reasons. The main reason probably because it helps him. Gets shot and he stands up there, fight. I mean, it's such an iconic photo. So powerful, that whole moment. And they know it helps them. That's why they're suppressing it. It says thankfully for X. And it shows that Alphabet Inc., which is Google, overwhelmingly donated to Biden. What a surprise. It's funny when you look at like U.S. Postal Service, Defense Department, government, Army, it's like so low for Trump compared to actually the Army's pretty high, but compared to Biden. You know, they always say we're the money grubbers, you know, the party of the rich. The money that's funneled through the left-wing party is like they can't use that argument anymore. Yeah, this is wild. Oops, hold on, I lost my spot. I was going to play this thing. So they are suppressing the information. We just went over it. Their AIs are not just not talking about the assassination, but they're flat out lying, saying it's fictional. Now it'd be different if they said like, "Oh, I'm not sure about that event," but they're flat out saying it's false. Their AI's programmed to say it's false. It's not real. It's made up. And they always talk about damaging rhetoric. You know, anything you say is, "Oh, that's dangerous," is what they always use. It's dangerous. You say there's only two genders. That's dangerous. It's going to get people killed. Okay, if it's saying a truth that there's only two genders, only two sexes, if that's inciting violence somehow towards the trans community, what do you call this? Saying something staged again. I go back to the Alex Jones thing. He's being sued for $1 billion because he said Sandy Hook was staged. This is an assassination attempt on the president that they're saying is staged. That's made up. It's not real. So Mr. Reagan USA on Twitter, X, uploaded a Kamala Harris campaign parody. Everyone keeps saying he's not labeling it. It says parody in big bold letters. And they're very angry with it. And Newsom responded to it. Elon Musk responded back. Let's just play the ad real quick. It's pretty hilarious.
I, Kamala Harris, am your Democrat candidate for president because Joe Biden finally exposed his senility at the debate. Thanks, Joe. I was selected because I am the ultimate diversity hire. I'm both a woman and a person of color. So if you criticize anything I say, you're both sexist and racist. I may not know the first thing about running the country, but remember, that's a good thing if you're a deep state puppet. I had 4 years under the tutelage of the ultimate deep state puppet, a wonderful mentor, Joe Biden. Joe taught me rule number 1, carefully hide your total incompetence. I take insignificant things and I discuss them as if they're significant. And I believe that exploring the significance of the insignificant is in itself significant.
Talking about the significance of the passage of time.
This is a real quote you're hearing right now.
Right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time, and there is such great significance to the passage of time.
Another trick is trying to sound black. I pretend to celebrate Kwanzaa, and in my speeches, I always do my best Barack Obama impression. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type. And okay, look, maybe my work addressing the root causes of the border crisis were catastrophic, but my knowledge of international politics is truly shocking. The United States shares a very important relationship, which is an alliance with the Republic of North Korea. It is an alliance that is strong and enduring. And just remember, when voting this November, it is important to see what can be, unburdened by what has been. And by what has been, I mean Joe Biden. You think the country went to shit over the past 4 years? You ain't seen nothing yet.
Gillette. I believe that part. So they're flipping out. Do I have it here? Hang on. Oh. Did I not save it? I thought I did. Or maybe I did. Here, hang on. Sorry, I mean, this is all over the place. Gavin Newsom tweets out the ad we just listened to. Manipulating a voice in an ad like this one should be illegal. I'll be signing a bill in a matter of weeks to make sure it is. Excuse me. Elon Musk responded to Gavin Newsom saying, I checked with renowned world authority Professor Suggin these nuts, and he said parody is legal in America. He also put out a poll, Elon Musk, saying Newsom should create an endowed chair at University of California for professional D's nuts. 91% said yes, 9% said no. I'm sure Newsom been like, he probably doesn't even check his own account, to be fair. He has some staffer do it. I don't think any of these politicians do it. Yeah, it is free speech. It is under law. But they hate it. They just hate things they can't control. They want to control every tiny little thing. They want to control your money. They want to control how many guns you have. They want to control everything, every aspect of your life. And it pisses them off when they don't. Let's see here. Where we at for time? All right. Before we get off of the assassination attempt, even though we kind of slightly did, I did want to go to this real quick. From Ultra Mega Party on X, Bombshell, the Oversight Project, and Blaze TV are investigating a possible link between Thomas Crooks, the assassinator, and the would-be assassin, I guess, and the FBI. This is huge. Let's take a listen real quick.
Today, and Steve Baker is here to break. Oversight Project is a division of the Heritage Foundation, and they released what may or may not be a blockbuster today, and Steve Baker is here to break down all of the details for us.
So here is the gist of what Oversight has discovered through their own tracking, is they were able to ping and identify about 9 different phones at the home of the shooter. And so they were able to identify which of those phones were then going to his place of business where he works at the nursing home. So after they identify that and make sure that they've got the right ID there for that, now they can track it everywhere else it goes. Well, they followed it to the fairgrounds there, Butler County. What they discovered was that this kid was basically doing recon at that site on July 4th and July 8th. So they were able to track him. But they also learned, and this is very interesting, so this tells us either how smart this kid is or something else, is that he turned his phone off after the 12th. But it gets better than that.
Oh, keep going.
Well, it does, because in the process of looking at all of these phones that visited his home and visited the nursing home where he worked, they found a phone that actually pinged 7 or 8 times in D.C. at a building called a Gallery Place, which has a very large footprint of FBI offices, and where source meetings and interviews regularly take place in the coffee shop of that particular building.
Okay, so right now we could just say it's circumstantial evidence, but if these are the phones that have been linked to Thomas Crooks and his family and everybody else in there, then this could potentially be something. But don't worry, you guys. The FBI is telling us that they are investigating the matter. We have nothing to fear, right, Steve?
Nothing at all. I mean, obviously, there are many, many non-nefarious reasons why somebody would be at that building in D.C., but it's very curious, and it's something that we are going to look at. As a matter of fact, Oversight Project has blessed us and given us the data on this so that we can apply our own resources to this as well and assist them in tracking this down.
There's some question about whether or not it's a bullet or shrapnel that hit his ear.
You know that he threw that last part in there. Just, again, the same reason that they're censoring the photos, the same reason that the AI is not talking about it. So they can downplay the assassination attempt because it makes Trump look good, makes him look strong, makes him look like a leader. That was America's president standing there with his fists raised. America flag in the background. There's like, wow, we got to do something about this. We have from Benny Johnson. Newly released text messages show conversations by the counter sniper team at the Trump rally just before the shooting. So we have the first couple text messages here. Names are blanked out, so I don't know who's talking or what. Someone followed our lead and snuck in and parked by our cars, just so you know. I'm just letting you know because you see me go out with my rifle and put it in my car, so he knows you guys are up there. He's sitting to the direct right on a picnic table about 50 yards from the exit. They responded, Roger that. Now they have pictures of this kid. So they're the ones who took the pictures of him. A kid learning around, probably meant leaning around building we are in. AGR, I believe it is. I did see him with a rangefinder looking towards stage, FYI. If you want to notify Secret Service snipers to look out, I lost sight of him. Also, a bike with backpack sitting next to it in the rear building that was not seen earlier. They blank out some of the text. Call it into command and have a uniform check it out. So they have somebody walking around. Looks suspicious with a backpack. Why was Trump still on that stage? Why was this not taken care of? They had all the time in the world. Either they, like I said last time, either they wanted this to happen, it was an inside job, they planned it, or they're the most incompetent people ever, and every single person should resign. That's all it could be. Either they should be arrested or they should resign. And we've seen from the videos we played. You guys can watch my first stream right after the assassination attempt. We played them. He's on the roof. He's on the roof. There's people screaming. There's no shortage of people screaming. Tons of different rally goers. Several of them yelling at the cops. He's up there. He's up there. They had more than enough time to do something about this. I just can't get over. I'm sitting here thinking right now, like, I just can't get over how they screwed up so freaking badly. All right, guys, we're approaching our time now. I thought I was gonna have a chance to get into some of this other stuff, but we'll do another episode. I do want to talk about J.D. Vance a little bit and this thing going on where they're saying he's a bad candidate, he should drop out, change somebody else. They got all these issues with him. I just watched the movie that he was in. I'm already blanking on the title. I think it's whatever his book's called. amazing. I'm gonna read the book next to get more detail. Obviously, the book's got more detail than the movie, but phenomenal movie. Highly recommend it. We'll get into more of like a review type thing on the next episode. Try to keep these short, just real quick. I just when I see stuff, I just gotta go slap the record button, talk about it a little bit. We're gonna wrap it up there, guys. If you want to support the podcast, consider leaving a 5-star review. It goes a long, long way, so I do appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share wherever you're watching. As well helps just as much, and I do appreciate it, guys. And I will be running my mouth as always on social media. So at patriotic_Cav on all socials. You guys can follow our locals page. Just uploaded my first locals only video. It's a good time. I'm going to be doing more. We're going to be kicking out a lot of content. 100 days to go to the election, so you're going to be seeing a lot of content from me. It's going to be fun. I hope you guys are staying along for the ride. Slap that follow button if you haven't already. And that is it. God bless, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.